Hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Lithuania. We're in Klaipeda. It's regular season Group C action of the Basketball Champions League coming your way. It's Neptunas Klaipeda against EWE Baskets Oldenburg. Well, we're getting to the business end of the regular season in the Basketball Champions League. Teams have been clinching spots in the playoffs this week, and Neptunas can do so today if they get a win here at home against the team from Germany. Also in Group C action on game day 11 this week, all today, Motorbike Usak Sportif against Rosa Radom, Asvel Villabon against Pau. And Varese will also be in action against Ventspils. But right now, our eyes are on Neptunas Klaipeda and EWE Baskets Oldenburg. And you can see right here just how good of a season these two teams have had. Certainly Neptunas have been one of the real stories in European basketball, and a certain Jimmy Barron, who had a rather big scoring night several weeks ago when he was the MVP of the week in the Basketball Champions League. He hit 10 three-pointers in that game, had 42 points, and it was just the type of performance that the people are still talking about here in Lithuania. EWE Baskets with Brian Qualley there. It's a team that has had some ups and downs. They're 6-4. They've still got some work to do. They're in third place, as you can see in the standings. But at 6-4, there's kind of a logjam right there in the middle of the table. So they've got to win some games. Well, we've got Chris Kramer. Keep an eye on him. He's had some big games early on this season. Ricky Paulding, the fantastic player for Mladen Dricinic, and Philip Schwilten. Also another player to keep an eye on, Von Duggins. A lot of players here. Maxime Dezeu, the Belgian international. Much will be counted of him. Jan-Nicholas Wimberg not playing tonight, nor is Dennis Kramer. Both of them are out injured or unavailable. For Neptunas, up there at the top, Martinez Majeka. Certainly a big name in this team, as well as Mindaugas Georgiunius, Taras Klimavicius, Vytautas Sarakauskis, Larry Drew has had some big games. We talked about Barron. All the way from top to bottom, Jeray Grant has been big for this Neptunas team. And Danius Adamaitis, the coach, who's also the coach of Lithuania's national team, will be counting on Mindaugas Kachinas, Amari Johnson, Beliauskas, and from top to bottom, these EWE Basket Oldenburg players know that their opponents tonight will be a handful. There's Mihailovic. I didn't mention him. He's somebody else to keep an eye on. So it's all about ready to kick off here in Lithuania. It's all about ready to tip off between a couple of teams that have their sights on playing in that next phase of the competition. You can see the EWE Baskets coach, Mladen Dricinic, pacing the sidelines. And there's Adamaitis. And we're about ready to start off. Let me go back and look at how some of these teams, or how these two teams have fared this season as the players are introduced here before this Group D game here on game day 11. When you look back at EWE Baskets, they began with a narrow win at Ventspils, 77-76. And then they lost a heartbreaker at home to Asvel, 81-79. They hit the road and won a tight one against Rosa Radom in Poland, and that was 70-66. Then they lost to this very Neptunas team on game day 4 at home, 64-63. That should tell you how evenly balanced we think this game is going to be. They followed that up with another close game. EWE Baskets won at Morabe Uşak Sportif in Turkey. That was 65-60. They won another tight one at home against PAOK, 67-62. Let me tell you, folks, this team only knows close games. They lost in Italy to Varese, 76-71. And second time around, they won against Ventspils, 87-73 at home. They lost to Asvel, 76-69. And the last game before the holiday break, they were 83-71 winners over Rosa Radom. And as the coaches shake hands and the players shake hands, I'll try to go through Neptunas's results here. Well, unfortunately there, you see Arvydas Sisknius not available tonight for Neptunas. That's a big absence, the small forward. Neptunas started like a house on fire in this competition, winning at Motorbike Uşak Sportif 67-65. I'll pause for a second to talk about the referees. Lorenzo Baldini from Italy, Miguel Angel Perez Nit from Spain, and Vintislav Velikov of Bulgaria. There's Miguel on the left. Neptunas' second game, they were decisive winners over visiting Varese, 94-60. Here's the starting five for EWE Baskets Oldenburg: Kramer, Massenat, Paulding, Sveltim, and Quali. Neptunas got their third win at home over Asvel, 81-67, and then they won at EWE Baskets, 64-63. So they were 4-0 at that point. They went to 5-0 with a 68-63 home win over PAOK. There's Mladen Krincic, the coach of EWE Baskets. Krincic is, you can see, a little bit nervous before this game. He knows this is a very important game for his team. Adamitis, well, his team is, he's got a lot of confidence in him. Martinez Majeka, Larry Drew, Mendogas Kachinas, Omari Johnson, and Jure Grant will be his starting five tonight. Now, Neptunas didn't lose for the first time until game day 6. There's Adamitis, and he presided over that game day 6 defeat at Ventspils in a Baltic derby, 66-61. They bounced back with a 66-63 win over Rosa Radom on game day 7. And then the Jimmy Barron show took over in the 103-88 game day 8 win over Motorbike Uşak Sportif here in Klaipeda. Neptunas then won 86-67 at Varese, but they went into the holiday break on the back of a loss, a rare defeat for Neptunas, falling at Asvel in France at the Astrobal, 68-64. So they want to get back to winning ways. They've got 4 games remaining, both of these teams. And you know, the school of thought is, for most of these teams, you want to be peaking at the right time of the season. So do the coaches expect their players to be at their best tonight? Probably not, but they need to be rounding into form. And by the time the knockout stages begin, that's when you really want to be shifting into a higher gear. Well, we talked about Jimmy Barron and that big night that he had against Motorbike Uşak Sportif. Son of a great college basketball coach, a brother as well of a basketball player. Jimmy Barron followed up that 42-point night with a 23-point night against Varese, but then against Asvel in France, he had his lowest scoring game of the season, just 6 points. And you can tell by the number of shots that he attempted, just 4. on the night, all of them three-pointers, that Asvel targeted him and limited him to 6 points. So maybe that's the key. If you can put the shackles on Jimmy Barron, maybe that's the key for EWE Baskets. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Klaipeda, Lithuania. It's the Basketball Champions League. And it's Neptunas Klaipeda winning the opening tip, wearing the white and attacking the basket to the left. Now, Jared Grant being guarded by Quali down low. And Larry Drew has it up top. And the drive and the good start here for Neptunas by Majeka. Carrying or palming the ball is, they say, across the pond in the United States. So the turnover gives the ball back over. Gives it back to Neptunas. Of course, Jim Barron was the father of Jimmy Barron. You'll notice Jimmy Barron actually comes off the bench. Ricky Paulding, boy, he's been around for a while, hasn't he? He is probably, some people would say, he's the greatest player ever for this Oldenburg team, EWE Baskets. Here's Larry Drew to Jared Grant inside, and another layup for Majeka. Martinez Majeka off to a quick start. Strelton gets it. Back out to Paulding, and Paulding put up an air ball. And Grant fumbled the ball away back into the hands of EWE Baskets. Kramer gets it to Quali. We can see a quality move from Quali. No, we do, but it rims out. Grant with the rebound. Had an interesting poll running on the basketballcl.com website this week I'll tell you about. There's a long shot from Amari Johnson is off target. And now the turnover. And Massenat gets a hand in there and knocks it out of bounds, but the ball will belong to Neptunas. There's a replay of that. So that poll that was running on the website and the Basketball Champions League Twitter is which player of the following four would have the best chance of getting to a triple-double in this Basketball Champions League season. And down low, and a good strong move that time from number 23, Mindaugas Kachinas. Now, Jimmy Barron was not in that poll. You can see him easily getting to the points, maybe see him getting to the assists, even the rebounds, you never know, but he didn't make it into the poll. Some good players didn't, but there were four candidates, and I'm going to tell you who they are. Second one is no good, but the offensive rebound. Larry Drew has it. Now he splits the defense, loses the ball, and Paulding comes up with it. And the swat. So Kramer showing some hops. Boy, that was like, oh no, excuse me, Kachinas showing some hops. Kachinas playing well on both ends of the floor. Pericinic looking on. His team is yet to score a basket. Paulding puts it up off the glass. Well, that puts an end to that. So the 4 players that were listed as candidates, who would be the first to get to the triple-double? Jacoven Brown of Pinar Kosciuszko, Howard St. Roux of Nymburk, Roko Leniukic of Ike Athens, and Daniel Mullings of Kataya Basket. Ball turns over. Sveltem has it. Former German international. Mara Johnson is miss from Massenot. It's going to be Massenot inbounding the ball. Now Paulding. And strong move down low, but no good from Madrik. Johnson. And Kachinas misses. There's Kramer popping up top. I'll tell you, Kramer almost was one of the candidates. He had to be because he almost had a triple-double the first week. And traveling is the call. So Chris Kramer, there you see Kachinas coming out of the game, catching a breather. And here's Jimmy Barron checking in. See the rebounding totals. Kramer had 18 points, 10 assists, and 5 rebounds against Ventspils in game day 1. 15 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds on game day 2. So he might have been a candidate. Numbers haven't been anywhere near as good since, really. Although he has had his share of blocks, as we've seen. Now the drive, the kick, and Paulding for 3. And now quickly, Drew over to Barron. And the crowd, you see there's like a hushed silence and excitement when Jimmy Barron gets his hands on the ball. The expectation. Drew drifts into the lane, was short. Now Kramer. And going right down the lane is Sveltem. Scoring with the left hand, so low scoring affair so far, and you'd have to say it's being played at the pace that EWE Baskets would like. Now Barron pulls up for the short one. Jump shot from Kramer. Had some good arc on that. Brought some rain, but didn't get the shot to drop. Pass inside and another wide open layup for Majeka. He certainly hasn't had a problem having a nose for the basket tonight. And with that, we've got a timeout. Another look at the bounce pass from Klimavicius to Majeka.
Like 2, yeah. And 5 coming for the top pick and roll. Okay, here corner. Okay, you sit under the basket. And if they pass the ball here, okay, just everyone just come back to your player.
Field goal percentages for both teams.
Pass to the corner, then we need to make action. Don't forget that. Okay. Hey, offensive, hey, that's a good shot. That's a good shot, okay. Good situation, okay, on this elbow pick and rolls, okay. Good cut. Hey. Let's go, UC diamond.
In coach is talking to his players. 4 assists for Neptunas, 2 for EWE Baskets. So Jonas checks into the game. So he'll be manning the point with Larry Drew catching a breather for Neptunas. This is a Neptunas team that can really put the points on the board, but so far just 7, although they do have the lead. Well, a jump shot off the front of the rim. Ball goes out of bounds and back over to the host. That was Mihailovic that missed. Vladimir Mihailovic, Montenegrin. To Jonas. Here he is, and then he has the ball taken away. Massenat, a break, and the quick pass up to Kramer, who exploded well ahead of Barron and scored easily with the layup. Oh, really, that looked like Jonas just kind of lost a handle, and it triggered the easy break. No look pass over to Barron, and Barron misses from the corner. Dzeu passes from the baseline. Mihailovic down low, and Quali misses with a short jump hook. And Jonas again. Jonas trying to attack the basket. The ball goes out of bounds, but this time off of EWE Basket. EWE Baskets Oldenburg. Remember, if Neptunas win this game, they will clinch a spot in the playoffs. Beautiful pass, but Quali was there for the rejection. He's on the SWAT team. And Kramer hands it off, but Dzeu unable to make the layup. So a missed opportunity that time for EWE Baskets. Now Barron. And Klimavicius, his pass intended for Kachinas, and it goes out of bounds. And he draws the wrath of his coach and goes out of bounds. And takes his seat. Klimavicius was a member of the Lithuania team that finished 3rd at the FIBA Basketball World Cup in Turkey back in 2010. Massenat puts it up and follows the shot. Ball goes out of bounds and goes back over to Neptunas. Massenat comes out of the game, and Dominic Lockhart comes into the game. 22-year-old German point guard, Lockhart. Has good size, listed at 1.98 meters. And now Jure Grant's pass goes out of bounds. So some uncharacteristic turnovers here for Neptunas. There's Lockhart. Long jump shot from Dzeu, goes over the backboard and out of bounds. So we're in the final minute of a very low-scoring Group C game here. Neptunas Klaipeda. And Barron, his pass, almost a turnover. Good defense. Jonas gets it over to Barron, and Barron finally gets it to drop. And now he's going to rush down the court. And EWE Baskets perhaps needed to slow that one up a little bit. Didn't get a good shot in the end. Both teams struggling from the floor, as you can see. Jonas. Well, Barron, once he steps into the gym, he's into his range, and he really uncorked the long one there. Now they're going to hold it for the last shot wisely. And the foul on Mihailovic. So 5 seconds on the clock. Are they going to find Barron? Jure Grant's got it. Jonas has got it now. And he was bumped by Quali. They had another one, so smart basketball. And that's his first foul, so they've got 1.8 seconds now. Can they get the ball, you would imagine, to Barron? They're looking, but they're going to get it to Kachinas instead, but he stepped out of bounds with 0.7 seconds remaining. And this is one of those strange comments, really, but despite the team from Germany, EWE Baskets, trailing 9-6, I would suggest that they've almost kind of won this first quarter because they've won the tempo battle. They've kind of set the tone, and maybe they can use this to their advantage. The injured Neptunas small forward, Arvydas Sisknius. Now, Dominic Lockhart, the young Germany international, hasn't played for the senior team yet, but he'll have a chance to. He's going to inbound the ball. So 0.7 seconds remaining. Kramer got it off. Boy, that was a long 0.7 seconds. And he had a good look, but he didn't make it. Neptunas Klaipeda lead it. Low scoring affair, 9-6 after one. So I'll let you look at the stats. Let's listen to Coach Adamaitis.
Every time when we play elbow pick and roll, now you are alone. Don't say every time here. Just roll down, pass, okay, and go for the dunk. Because of the ball handle.
So the 7 turnovers for Neptunas.
So play different, okay? Now, okay, we decide to. Everybody, tensions in the body and the head side. Hey, offensive, please, more structure.
So there's Kramer going in for that breakaway after the turnover, and EWE Baskets with just 6 points, yet they only trail by 3. If the game were to have this type of scoring from start to finish to the fourth quarter, it would be 36 for Neptunas, and 24 for EWE Baskets. That would be an incredibly low-scoring game. Well, Deseu misses another one from right at the line. Barron puts up another one. Well, showing signs of heating up. He's hit a couple of mid-range jumpers. You got to work for those shots. I mean, you don't just stand around and catch it and shoot it. You know, you're running around trying to get some space. Dominic Lockhart has the ball knocked out of his hands by Jere Grant. Jonas finds his way in, but doesn't have the finish. $1 million move, 5-cent finish, as they say. But nevertheless, Neptunas will end up getting the ball back here with 3 seconds on the shot clock. Kramer was diving for the ball, and then Barron fell on top of him. Excuse me, one of the Neptunas players, not Barron. So we've got timeout on the floor. Both teams not in sync offensively. Neither team has hit a three yet. You know that'll change by the end of the game.
Gotcha's here, Jimmy here. Oh, you're here. Jay, you're here. Gotcha's first one, run here, okay. Jay, you set the screen full. Run for the shot. And Jimmy, set the back screen on X5. Jay, alley up or Jimmy hit 5 here. So.
So 7 turnovers for Neptunas, and EWE Baskets now have 5.
2, 3. Hey, 3 seconds.
Drijancic, the coach of EWE Baskets, must be wondering when his players are going to start making some baskets here. Really, 11 minutes into the game, his team only has 6 points. Now Kramer comes up with a steal, and that's been their best offense right there. The steal and the fast break. It's happened twice for Kramer, and they are now down by just 3 points. Boy, he's really showing his ability tonight, isn't he, Kramer? Deceptive Kramer. Plays deceptively big. He had that swat. He's had a good explosiveness after the steals to get down and just to race ahead of the defense and to get the layups. Impressive. So just a 3-point lead here for Neptunas. Remember, Neptunas winning the first game between these two teams by a single point. So we expected a close game, and so far it is a close game. Shot clock winding down. Barron gets into the lane. Omari Johnson goes up, and Kramer takes it away. So another steal for him. He's probably been the MVP of the game, at least for EWE Baskets. Quali didn't finish, and the ball goes over to EWE Baskets. There's Paulding. Drijancic thinking the ball should have been awarded to his team. Drew. Massenat back in the game, number 10. And the pump fake, and then Massenat gets over and blocks Drew. He's got good athleticism, Massenat, good quickness. Good length. And Klimavicius' pass intercepted by Massenat. Right on cue. Now Kramer, beautiful pass, and the basket from Lockhart. And EWE Baskets now trail by just a single point. 7 steals, look at that. For EWE Baskets, none for Neptunas. Neptunas won the first game 64-63. Barron off the back of the rim. Drew has it inside. Kachinas hands it off. And another steal for Neptunas. Massenat over to Lockhart, wide open, his own line, and the three-pointer is good. Dominic Lockhart, boy, he had his feet set, and you knew there was only going to be one result with that. EWE Baskets have the lead now from the right corner, and Drew misses. Now Kramer has it. I guess it's not surprising to say from this German club, a very disciplined approach, really controlling the tempo, the way it's going. DeZeu now drives in, hands it off to Quali, and I think the foul has been called. This was DeZeu. And the foul, I think it was on Drew. So I have to say, impressive performance really from the visitors tonight so far. Good, strong rebound from DeZeu, the offensive board to keep the ball in his team's hands. Now inside, and the layup was missed by Madrick. Gerjonis misses a wide open shot from the left corner, and DeZeu got the rebound. And DeZeu missed an easy one, reverse layup. And now the read, and it's Massino who comes in and decides just to lay it up over and in. And EWE Baskets just seem to almost have confused their opponents tonight, limiting them to just 11 points so far tonight. Well, that was just an awful pass. Majeka. That's what you call a telegraph pass to the highest order. And the number of steals tonight, I mean, first of all, Neptunas with 12 turnovers. 9 steals for EWE Baskets. 3 by Kramer.
Relax, guys, relax. Okay, you missed 1 second shot. You start to panic. Go thumb up. Medvedska, okay.
Just as a reminder, Neptunas can clinch a spot in the playoffs if they get a win tonight. There you have it, 9 steals for EWE Baskets. Torines has to be happy with that number. He's pumped up. Man, if you're a fan of EWE Baskets, you're excited about this performance. You should be. So Neptunas up at the top of Group C at 8-2, Asvel 8-2, and then you've got EWE Baskets. And that's a sight we've seen a few times tonight with Kramer being on the end of the fast break after the steal. And that was Kramer, the provider. This was Lockhart with a three-point shot. Nice release. He's listed as a point guard, Lockhart. He's tall enough to be a shooting guard. He looks more like a shooting guard. Jonas misses from the arc. Madrick battles but can't come away with it. Good hustle from Amari Johnson. You can hear that Adamitis trying to get his guys to relax a little bit. It's like all is not lost. Drew steps back for three. Goes in and out. And now an unnecessary turnover from Massenat. Couldn't get a hold of the ball. Look at this. Well, he had it, in fact, and then he just kind of fumbled it away. Well, the chance of Lietuva, which means Lithuania, maybe that's going to get this Neptunas team in gear. Now Majeka with 4 on the shot clock, puts up a 3. And terrific box out down low by Vytautas Šadakauskas. But in fact, I think they've called a foul. Is that a real goatee? So they did indeed call a foul. Well, I'd be proud if I had a goatee like that. And that shade of blue, the Neptunas colors, that's what you call being a great fan. Now, Massenat back. Madrick. Oh, the big fella shows he's got some range. Knocks in the 3. And nice drive. Oh, and Drew still misses with the layup. Now Kramer doesn't mess around, pushes it quickly. DeZeo, though, misses another reverse layup. So Madric's three-pointer pushed the lead to 18-11. The lead could have been bigger. And that's a good coach right there. Going over, telling this guy, hey, we're winning the game. That's all that matters. Stay in the game. You'll start to play better. I like that type of positive reinforcement. Now Drew splits the D. Drew can hardly believe he missed the layup the last time down. But just 2 points in 6 minutes and 20 seconds of the second quarter for Neptunas. That is what you call a drought of the highest order. That is a drought of Sahara Desert proportions. There's Drew, kicks it over to Johnson for 3. Off the back of the rim. Majeka inbounds it, and over and back. And nothing but frustration. Mihailovic. So 18-11 for EWE Baskets. Huge game in the grand scheme of things as well for them. We know that Neptunas, well, the rejection from Jere Grant, and that triggers a break. And Gerjonas goes all the way. Well, that's a 4-point swing right there. That's a tough one to give away for EWE Baskets. That's a couple of trips down the floor. And you haven't come away with points. And then you give up a play like that. Helps the other team get into a rhythm. Look at this, Majeka, the bounce pass to Gerjonas, and he goes, Route 1 basketball. There's only one thing that's going to happen here. I'm going to the rack. Mihailovic was bearing down on him. So that leads to the timeout. Let's hear Coach Neptunas yet to hit a 3.
Can you play two-side flash? Don't receive the ball too close to the sideline. Or here in the middle, okay, and 5. Okay, when you're coming, setting screen, okay. Roll down all the way. Roll down all the way, okay, here, okay. And 3 here.
Now,
here, okay, for the shot.
as Neptunas are 8-2, they can clinch with a win. So can Asvel with their game today. See the fast break points. EWE Baskets with 8, just 2 for Neptunas. EWE Baskets are 6-4. They're in 3rd place. Ventspils and Pauk are both 5-5, and they're in 4th and 5th place, respectively. And Motorbike Ushak Sportif are 3-7, as are Rosa Radom. They are still in it. You have to finish in the top 4 to be guaranteed of a spot in the playoffs. And there will be 4 of the 5 5th place teams that progress to the playoffs from the 5 18 groups. See EWE Baskets outscoring Neptunas 12-4 this quarter. Man, that is big. Coming out of the timeout, the Germany international, the former German international, Philipp Svelten. That is huge. 21-13. Omar Johnson, he puts up a 3 and answers. That is just as huge. And maybe now, EWE Baskets are going to find a different Neptunas team as they start to find their stroke. Kramer, and a foul called, I believe, was it before the shot? It was indeed. It was on Gurgionis. So that was Mihailovic that was bumped up top. And he will get a couple of free throws here with 2:24 remaining in the first half. Vicious is watching from the sidelines. Free throw is good. Free throw game is very important, as we all know. Ray Grant over to Gurgionis, and Gurgionis hits a 3. Now a 4-point lead for Oldenburg. Quali. Svelten this time misses. Quali with the rebound. Kramer gets it to Quali. Quali passes back outside, and Massenat, Jere Grant with the rebound. Majeka hits the 3. And now it's a 1-point game, and Majeka with 9 points is in the flow. He was trying to get a foul that time, and the referee said, you just stuck your leg out and fell over. But nevertheless, the wind picking up a little bit here in Klaipeda, and it's in the sails of the home team. Now Grant will go to the bench. Boy, how disappointing for EWE Baskets would it be if they went to halftime trailing? Well, Massenat takes the 3 and draws the foul. Maybe they will just hold on for that lead, after all. And the 4-point play has been converted by Massenat. And the lead is back to 5. Man, that was big time. Johnson for 3. Johnson! Well, we know Jimmy can shoot it, but so can Omari. Don't forget about him. And Massenat's pass, batted away. Drew has it over to Majeka, and we've got a tie game. See the fans really getting into it now. Look at that. Majeka, 11 points, already on his season average, or almost 11.7. Final shot. Kramer with the pass over, and the three-pointer is good. So the three-pointer for EWE Baskets gives them a 30-27 lead over Neptunas. And that was their 5th three-pointer of the night. It was Mihailovic that made it, Vladimir Mihailovic. And Drincic wants to have a word with the referee before they leave to the changing room. Wants some clarification. Neptunas winning the rebounding battle, but it's not translating to the lead. One of the reasons why is because of the turnovers. They've got 13, whereas EWE Baskets have just 7. Jaka with the 11 points. He's got the game high. Massenat all over the stat sheet, leading his team with 3 steals, with 6 points. He got the 4-point play. Lockhart and Mihailovic each with 5 points. Johnson, Amari Johnson has the 2 3-pointers for Neptunas. Gurgionis has 5 points. So we're at halftime, folks. Be sure to come back for the third quarter. It's all happening here in Group C in Klaipeda. It's 30-27 at halftime. EWE Baskets on top of Neptunas.
Unikalus prizas už metimą iš vidurio pradės tie, kas turėjo mažą kamuoliuką. Jūs į tą pusę praeisit, nes čia kitos šiek tiek žaidimas. Jūs gausite daugiau negu 5 kg šviežios, fantastiškai skanios daubarų žuvies. Taip pat jūs gausite pakvietimų, 5 pakvietimus į sporto klubą Impuls. Ir gausite mėnesinį abonementą švaros centras, automobilių švaros centras Kristalas pristato taip pat šį žaidimą, tai Impulsas, daubarų žuvis ir Kristalas, automobilių švaros centras Kristalas, tai yra oficialus Neptūno automobilių švaros centras. Ten galite sutikti ir neptūniečius. Ir mes to pradėsim. Čia netrukus ateikite jūs pirmasis, matysite, turit vieną bandymą, pataikot iš vidurio, visus tos prizus pasiemat. Taigi daubarų žuvis dovanoja tikrai unikalų, fantastišką, labai skanų, labai tokį klaipėdietišką ir tikrai brangų prizą. Taigi, pirmyn, jeigu ne, tai pakodos prizas. Pakodos prizas. Pakodant už bandymą, būkim draugiški ir šiais metais jų Neptūno marškinėliai ir pakvietimas į automobilių švaros centrą Kristalas. Taigi, jūsų bandymas, prašau. Jūs galite laimėti mėnesinį abonementą. Mėnesį laiko jūs klausitės automobilį visiškai nemokamai kasdieną. Jums pakvietimas į sporto klubą Impuls, palaukit, nesubėkit. Kristalas jums dovanoja taip pat pakvietimą nemokamai jūs blogą automobilį ir marškinėlį Neptūno jums dovanu. Prašau, sekantis. Prašau, jūs drąsiai. Eikit. Galit jūs. Nesvarbu, norėjau, kad šitas momentas nesvarbu. Taigi, labai dėkojame daubarų žuviai. Atskritai dėkojame jiems, kad įrėmė komandą jau ne vienus metus. O šiandieną ir pristato šias rungtynes ir šitą metimą reikėtų šiek tiek žuvies, kad pasistiprinti, bet negalime duoti. Taigi jums pakvietimas į automobilių švaros centrą Kristalas, į sporto klubą Impulsą ir Neptūno marškinėliai. Toliau, prašom. O jūs kamuoliuką turėt? Įdėjot, gerai. Taigi, jūsų bandymas. Virš 5 kilogramų. Super skanios, daug parų žuvies. Automobilių švaros centras Kristalas, šilutės plentas. Ir geras metimas, vis tiek. Pablokim šitą areną už bandymus. Aš suprantu, kad geriau norėtų prizą laimėti, bet palaikykime žmonės, kurie ateina čia. Jau Neptūno marškinėliai pagalbos prizas. Automobilių švaros centras Kristalas, metimas nemokamas sporto automobiliai ir sporto klubas Impuls. Taigi, dar vienas bandymas galit šiek tiek verčiai spinėje, nieks nepyks. Nu nieko, vis tiek geras bandymas, tikrai. Ne kiekvienas apskritai turi šansą išeiti čia į aikštelę. Siūlį Neptūno marškinėliai jum. Ir duosime, sakykim taip, kad jum linksmiau būtų 3 pakvietimus į sporto klubą Impuls. Ir prašau, jūsų bandymas, taigi, daug parų žuvis, virš 5 kilogramų super skanios žuvies. Automobilių švaros centras Kristalas, autokristalas.lt, registruokitės, važiuokite ten plautis. Geriausias bandymas bendėje, šilutės plentas 26B, jūsų lauks, sporto klubas Impuls ir Neptūno marškinėliai. Čia jums, ačiū, kad lankotės. Dabar mes čia turim dar 3 dalyvius. Ir kamuolį, imkit po kamuolį, visiems po kamuolį duokit ir tai panelį irgi vieną kamuolį. Gerai, ateikit pas mane čia, operatyviai, dėkit visi 3 vienu metu, 30 kada nors įsimetęs. Tu? Kada nors? Taip, gerai, tvarkoja. Atsistojat skirtingose kampuose. Kas iš jūsų pirmasis arba pirmoji pataikys 30 metimą, gaus maišelį, specialų dovanų maišelį nuo daug parų žuvies, kurio labai skani žuvis, 2 pakvietimus į sporto klubą Impuls ir Neptūno žiedinė kepuraitė. Taigi... Norėjau šiek tiek palaukti, taigi... Ir dar vienas bandymas. Ja, tai kas gaus pagrindinį prizą? Turime vietoje, šaunuolis ateik čia. Mes tada duoja prieisim. Kur ta kepuraitė? Neptūnai čia tau vienas, marškinėliai 2, daug parų žuvis 3 ir sporto klubas Impuls 2 pakvietimai. Sveikinam tave, nepamiršk palikti kamuolį. Jums kokios prizai. Teikite pas mane. Mes prizų tikrai turime. Tai yra Neptūno marškinėliai 1, pakvietimai į sporto klubą Impuls 2 ir tau taip pat. Sveikinam labai. O tai yra ne pabaiga. Dabar mes kažkam tiesiog padovanosim daug parų žuvies. Nes jos pas mus yra, o jūs suprantat, kad kitam kartui mes negalime palikti, mes čia turime 3 maišelius. Dabar pradėsim. Kas nori? Skanios žuvies. Norinčių daug, gerai. Padarysim sąžiningai. Pesim dabar vieną čia kamuoliuką, vieną ten, o trečią nuspręsim. O to kur? Kad jūs suprastumėt, kad viskas yra sąžiningai, aš tikrai nežiūrėsiu. Kažkur matėlą, matai. Žmogus pamatė, kamuoliuką jis atšoko. Gerai, greičiau, kas pagavo, bėga čia. Bėga čia, pasiema daug parų žuvies. Kas tas pagavo kamuoliuką? Sveikia labai sveika, labai skani žuvis. Taip. Dabar einam čia į šitą pusę. Daug parų žuvis. Fantastiškas, super Neptūno rėmėjas. Šiek tiek aukščiau. Nu ką, ir dar vienas maišelis. Nu, kažkaip mėst kamuoliuką gal ne, gal paklausti, kas švenčia gimtadienį. Viskas susitavo. salė, švenčiam visi šitą dieną. Arenos dienos žmogus, kieno šiandieną yra tikra diena. Ir turi asmens dokumentą, kuris patvirtins mums tai. Jeigu yra, mes laukiam lygiai 15 sekundžių jau čia. Čia jums sveikinam labai, dabar žuvies ten tikrai fantastiškas renginys, labai daug įvairios žuvies. Taigi, ar yra bent vienas žmogus, kuris švenčia šiandieną, gimtadienį, turi dokumentą? Ateikit čia, jau liko 10 sekundžių. Pažiūrėsim, kaip jums bus. Turėkit dokumentą, Gerai. Palaukit, nebėgit. Čia, sustokit, bus paprašiau. Duokit asmens dokumentą. Suprantat, žmonės nepatikės, kad gimtadienį būtų arenoje. Apžiūrėkit, atėjo liudininkas pažiūrėti. Jūs nepažįstat jo? Matyt, atsipė kažką. Tai sausio 4 dieną ir šiandieną pas jūs yra neįgalys. Nereiks sakyti tiek. Bet aš jau tikrai to nežinojau. Pabuokite, žmogus tikrai švenčia gimtadienį. Jūs sveikina dabar žuvis ir kompanija Revere. Jums dovanoja firminį savo rankšluostį. Čia jums sveikinu labai. Ačiū jums, kad lankotės net per gimtadienį Švyturio arenoje. O dabar mes turim dar šiek tiek dovanėlių. Kalėdų senelis mums paliko paskutinius Neptūno pirmojo gatvės krepšinio turnyro marškinėlius. Ir mes dar pamėtysim juos, kad būtų šiek tiek linksmiau čia arenoje. Laukiant komandų. Matoj, mes kartu su universiteto šokėja, taigi pirmyn važiuoja, į skirtingas pusės einam. Ir čia tiesiog tokia dovanėlė. Ir kažkur ten turėtų keliauti tie marškinėliai. Kažkur važiuoja. Sveikinamės labai. Ar čia žmonių daug labai? Jubiliejus 20 metų šiandien. Ar jūs jau viršininkas? Vadas? Dokumentais neturi turbūt. Kuris parodykit? Drabulis, parodykit drabulis. 20 metų žmogui šiandien. Ir jis nusipelnė šitų plojimų. Nes dabar plojimų nieko negavus. Juokauju, mes tau tikrai padovanosim, kad turim, mes tau dovanojam. Pirmiausia, Revere, rankšluostį neskubėk. Dovanojam tau Neptūno šaliką, marškinėlius. Ir tuoj dar rasim Neptūno full-cap kepuraitę. Čia tau, kad būtų aprengtas Neptūnų. Sveikinam labai. Sėkmingos tarnybos. Na ką, tai yra tiek dabar, o po 3 minuto dar lauks jūsų mažytė staigmenėlė visų čia. Pasistengime. Per 3, 4 kėlinį. Jūs suprantat, jūsų palaikymas čia reiškia labai daug. Kai atsigauna žiūrovai čia tribūnose, tai labai daug reiškia komandai. Pasistengime. Pradėti šios metus su maksimale energija už mėlyni baltus.
To 27, EWE Baskets on top of Neptunas Klaipeda, and you can see that Drinic is a little bit hot over there on the sidelines. I don't know, wanting some clarification or what the deal is. Both coaches were over there. You know, the stakes are high, really, when you look at the situation, especially for the visitors tonight. EWE Baskets, they're 6-4. This is well, they've got 4 games left, including this one. They want to finish in it, in the top 4 to be assured of a spot in the playoffs. They're currently 3rd, but at 6-4, they're right ahead of 4th place Ventspils and 5th place Pauk, who are both 5-5. So their spot in the playoffs is anything but secure at this stage. And you've also got Motorbayushak Sportif and Rosa Radom. Each of those teams are 3-7. So they're not out of it completely yet. Varese 2-8. They're not going to do it this year. So anyway, what can we say about this first half? Well, for starters, you know, we talked about it. Even though they were trailing at the end of the first quarter, what was important from an EWE Baskets standpoint was they seemed to be controlling the tempo. And then once they started making some shots and they got forced some turnovers and got some easy baskets, they were able to open up a little lead there. Neptunas Klaipeda came back, they tied it, but then a late three-pointer right at the buzzer from Mihailovic has lifted this EWE Baskets team into a three-point lead, but a long way to go. And remember, this is a rematch of a game that finished with just a one-point difference the first time they played. EWE Baskets falling at home on game day 4, 64-63 to Neptunas. But it's quite clearly, when you come to Klaipeda, you realize that there are a lot of people here that have a real affinity for this Neptunas Klaipeda team. I mean, they are really right behind them. Good crowd out tonight to support them. Saw Mladen Drinic trying to make sure his guys are pumped up and ready for the second half, because he knows Neptunas are going to be ready. All it takes for them is to get a couple shots to fall and they could be off to the races. So it's a dangerous team. And they haven't been in their rhythm offensively yet, but it can happen very quickly. Kachinas gets it to Grant. Now back to Drew. 8 on the shot clock. Masanat. Drew just kind of dribbling around up top. Finds Majeka on the left corner, right where Mihailovic hit his three-pointer right at the end of the first half. Now Masanat handles the ball, brings it up the floor. Svetlin over to Kramer, who was very impressive in that first half. I would go so far as to say he was their best player. Paulding absorbs the contact, almost invites it from Kachinas, and earns a trip to the free throw line. Ricky Paulding. This is the first. 34 years of age, Ricky Paulding. Look at that, shooting 90% on the season at the line, but missed his first one. That's the kind of game it's been for him. Came in averaging 11.2 points, 2.9 rebounds, 2.8 assists. And he had 5 points only in the first meeting against Neptunas. Quick pass inside, and Sveltem commits the foul on Kachinas. Doesn't want to give away the basket. So Kachinas goes to the line. That was a foul with a little bit of intent, but certainly a foul to say you're not going to get this layup. You're going to have to settle for the free throws. Sveltem has had some back issues in his career. Kachinas is a good free throw shooter, 89%. Nice atmosphere here in Klaipeda. There's Kramer, bounce pass. And nice drive and finish from Quali. So he gets on the board. You got to really admire the all-around game of Kramer. I mean, he's making plays that are giving his team a chance to win the game. Now he's guarding Grant. Gives up a few inches, but then he gets some help from Quali. Now, Kramer's strong. You can see he's got a strong upper body, strong legs, so he wasn't going to allow Grant to back him up, that's for sure. Now over to Kramer in the corner. He thought about it and brings it back. Now a bounce pass into Quali, who's going to go right at Neptunas, and he scores and takes that lead up to 35-29. Now Quali, who was quiet in the first half, shut out, now has made his first 2 shots here in the second. Majeka. Johnson, pass inside, and Kachinas, another foul, sends him to the free throw line. He goes, that's okay, I'm an 89% shooter. Put me on the line, I can take it. And Kachinas misses the first, so he's got a couple of misses tonight. And gets the second one to fall in. Now, Adamitis is arguing that somebody went up and interfered with the net and the rim when the ball was on the rim, and it should be 2. Goal interference. But his appeals fall on deaf ears. Paulding backs his way in and scores. Now with 5 points, and the lead is 7. Kachinas in the right corner. Drew. Drew has it 2 on the shot clock. And runs in, and a foul is called on Massenat. You gotta like the way Massenat plays. A little aggressive, but you gotta be aggressive in this game. These guys are in the running as the best cheering section in the Basketball Champions League, in my opinion. We saw Banvit yesterday. They were making quite a bit of noise as well. Quali goes up and blocks Kachinas, but commits the foul. And Kachinas. Good free throw shooter, but missing tonight. It's his 3rd miss from the line. It's cold outside. These people wearing the winter coats in here, they want to heat up a little bit more, get excited about this Neptunas team, but they got to help themselves. Trinic gives the low 5s to Quali. And I believe this is the first appearance tonight for Freeze, who's coming in, number 31. Over to Paulding for 3, and it's good. Well, it wasn't working in the first half for Paulding, but it is in the second. And the 3-pointer extends the lead and forces Adamitis to call a timeout. Let's listen in to Coach Adamitis.
Just make foul. Make them pass moves, baseline on the sideline. Go to bounce, okay, with the automatics, okay. Jimmy here, Jay, Jay, Walker. Pick and roll,
So Fraser in the lineup now for EWE Baskets. And Drinic hoping that he's pulling the right strings tonight. He's certainly done a good job, he and his players, frustrating Neptunas tonight. Nine-point advantage after the Paulding three-pointer. Now 2-3 zone being shown by EWE Baskets. Fraser comes out. Fraser's in the middle. And he commits the bump. And that will put Drew on the free throw line. So already in the bonus. Now this is interesting. It's a long time to be in the bonus. So an opportunity here for Neptunas. Klimavicius comes into the game for Jure Grant. But here's Drew. Struggling from the floor and also struggling from the free throw line. They do not look impressed. They look unimpressed. Drew makes the second. Paulding. And Fresa called for another foul, and his personal fouls won't cause Drinic losing his sleep, but what it does is it gives Neptunas opportunities to call their way back with some free throws. Klimavicius is at the line. And he just gets it just over the front of the rim and it bounces in. Haven't seen Kacek tonight. Klimavicius misses the second. So now 7 of 12 below 60. That's not good for Neptunas. Kramer passes out to Paulding. Has the feet set and buries the three. Boy, it's like night and day with him in the second half. He is a completely different player. Drew. His pass batted out of bounds by Paulding. And offensively, really, I mean, you have to say in the half court, Neptunas have just kind of ground to a halt. I mean, they don't look like they're getting anything. It seems like the offense is Larry Drew dribbling up top, but behind the arc, and that's it. And then trying to make a long pass. Now the pass inside, knocked away from by Tezeu, who gives it back to Masanat. And the natives are restless. Look at that number, 11 steals now. I'll tell you, tempo, you know, teams like EWE Baskets, when they can control the tempo, they can come out with a game plan, and if they can control the tempo, play at a deliberate pace, slow things down, not let the game get crazy, they are tough to beat. I mean, they have been superior so far. Masanat passes outside to Paulding, and then it helps when you get guys like Paulding starting to hit shots. And Klimavicius, foul called against Neptunas. So still frustration starting to grow here. You can feel it. here in Klaipeda, both on the bench and in the stands. And this EWE Baskets team in no rush. Now Massenat, he has to get into a rush. Inside the arc, puts it up and in. Well, he landed on Gurgionis's foot and went down. Gurgionis fouled by Massenat. Massenat took the pump fake and just got him out of position a little bit. I said Kramer was the best player in this team tonight, but it might, you know, Massenat's given him a good run for his money. He's played well. Well, Gurgionis, good free throw shooter, but we've said that before tonight, and we've seen some misses. Now Gurgionis makes the first one. And that Neptunas fan says, I didn't paint my face to come out here and watch us lose. Come on, let's get into gear. 6 points for Gurgionis, now 7. Both free throws good. And back to a 10-point deficit here for the home team. Now it's EWE Baskets and no rush. Kramer penetrates, puts it up. Oh, he had the layup. Fresa was there to take the rebound, but then had it knocked out of his hands. Poor Kramer, how did he miss that? And Gurgionis almost turned a turnover into a basket. Now Kramer this time goes strong and takes the lead back to 12. Boy, this is a great play by EWE Baskets. Paulding up the floor quickly, and Kramer has been terrific on the fast break tonight. Boy, Kramer has, I'll tell you what, he is not that far off the pace on what he did the first couple weeks now. He's got 6 points, 7 assists, 5 rebounds. There's the quarter-by-quarter scoring. You can see EWE Baskets really turning on the style here in the third quarter.
Sehr gut, hey, watch now again, what happened, come down, or one rotate,
That's Kramer out on the break. That's where he's been all night tonight, on the break. Paulding is the big story, really. I mean, he's really heated up here. Now leads his team in scoring with 11 points. Majeka has 11. Also for Neptunas. Barron has 4 points. There's Majeka. And good job from Klimavicius knocking the ball out. And now he gets it inside, and he is fouled, I think, by Massenat. So the foul was indeed on Massenat. Sarkauskas goes out, as does Massenat. Third foul on him, but you know the coach will want to get him back in the game as quickly as he can. He's got that personality that you need in a basketball team. Plays with the aggression. He's got the attitude, a good attitude. Mihailovic back in. He's got it. The Montenegrin. Now back to Kramer, and it's Kramer at the point. It's Kramer versus Majeka. Five on the shot clock. Mihailovic, is he going to bank it in? Nope, he's just going to hit it off the backboard. $11 points, the lead for EWE Baskets. Barron looks for space, gets it inside. Klimovicius. And Drinic decides he's seen enough. And he calls the timeout. Neptunas trying to come from behind here to get the win that'll clinch a playoff spot.
Hey, let's go. Big guys, big guys. Control the roll, make control the ball. Go low, you know. Be ready to defend. Go with your man. Hey, take that ball.
EWE Baskets now with 22 rebounds. 29 for Neptunas.
Directly go. Give that pass to right-hand side. Okay, give that pass to right-hand side.
Field goal percentage for both teams. Tell you, Chris Kramer, speaking of players with pedigree, he played for the Boilermakers, Purdue Boilermakers in Indiana. He comes from Indiana, that's basketball country. And he was a two-time Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year. Now he's got the ball, he's going to drive in, he's going to score. And that's coming right out of the timeout. Man, he is tough on the break, isn't he? And now the offensive foul called on Jere Grant. Now Dzeu turns, gets inside, scores with the reverse layup. And the lead is as big as it's been all night long. 13 points for EWE Baskets. And you can see the shooting struggles that Dzeu had. That's his first make from the floor tonight. Jimmy Barron misses. Boy, he's been anonymous tonight. I mean, you wouldn't even know that he's here. We haven't seen him. We haven't called his name out other than when he first entered the game. You know, if there were a time, if there was a player with the potential to bring a team back, it's that man right there, Jimmy Barron, purely with his shooting ability. They have got to get the ball to him. They've got to get him going. He makes one of two. They've had real struggles tonight at the line. Neptunas. Paulding. Man, another three-pointer from Madrik. And the three, no good from Drew, and the rebound for EWE Baskets. Paulding drives in, scores with the left hand. Boy, they are putting a good old you-know-what whooping on Neptunas right now. EWE Baskets, they are up 17 points, beating a team that a lot of people think have a chance to go all the way. Jere Grant, Gurgionis. Gurgionis hits the three-pointer. So Madrick hit the three, but now Gurgionis comes back and hits the three. And Mihailovic drives in, misses the layup. That triggers a break for Drew and Neptunas. I think it was Madrick that got a hand on it. So the final seconds ticking off the clock here in the third quarter. Drew for three, misses, and his disappointing night continues, and so does that of Neptunas, who trail by 14 points after three quarters. Well, Neptunas now have 5 threes, 8 threes though for EWE Baskets. Turnovers for Neptunas. Not quite as bad as it was looking in the first half in that respect, but this EWE Baskets team now is in command.
Don't lose focus. Don't lose energy. Don't lose intensity. You know, this is very good. Very good. We have this offense now. Watch again. We have problem with picking outside. Watch for them fouling big side. Okay? Let's go. Or next time, watch for them fouling big side.
Well, here's some of the highlights. We saw Quali get it going early in the third quarter, and he played well. He kind of set the tone, but the big development was Paulding, how he got it going, and they opened up the lead. And then you had the contributions from the likes of Kramer, who right now has 8 points, 7 assists, 5 rebounds. Not a bad night's work for him. That was Kramer on the break. That's how he's doing his scoring tonight. That's how he's rolling. Kramer has an efficiency rating tonight of 17. Plus 17 is the highest in the game. So that tells you about the all-round effort that he's given. And boy, he is the master of the bounce pass. He really makes that. And the long one from DeZeus off target. Barron gets the rebound. And the long three-pointer is good. And if Jimmy gets it going, you know what that means. Neptunas have a chance. They've got it back to 11. His first three of the game. Madrick tries to answer with a three. And that was taken early in the shot clock. They've got to find Barron. Gurgionis. He's hit a three tonight. This is another one for him and goes off the back of the rim. All I can say is, you know, Barron has got the reputation, the pedigree. He's clearly the guy that can just take over a game with his shooting. He's got to get open, and you got to find him. a miss, and the rebound for Neptunas. And the turnover, and guess who's on the break? And it's Kramer, and he goes in for the dunk. And look at him. He's on fire tonight, folks. It's not so much the fire from the perimeter, it's the fire with the intensity and the all-around game that he's bringing to the table. He has got some serious numbers tonight. 10 points, 7 assists, 5 rebounds, 2 steals. He has got it going. The Boilermaker. Good Jonas, bounce pass and has it knocked away. Boy, that was a big, big play, big swing. The turnover, the fast break. And now Massenut called for the turnover himself. Kramer with his third steal, in fact, of the night. Getting those last points, and that was big time. Three-pointer is good. Beliauskas right off the bench. Now Kramer drives down and earns another trip to the free throw line. You gotta love how players attack the basket like he's doing right now. Putting the defense under pressure. Yep, that's right. He can get up. That's Indiana celebration right there. Well, the state of Indiana, certainly not the IU celebration. Doesn't make the free throw. 7.5 minutes remaining. Worried looks over there on the bench of Neptunas. They know that what was at stake tonight. You know, they could have punched their ticket for the playoffs. They still can, but they need to come back. And Kramer misses both free throws, but offensive rebound by Dzeu. Paulding fouled up high by Beliauskas. Laurinius Beliauskas with that three-pointer, another weapon from the arc for this team. Pass outside to Dzeu for three, and the Belgian misses. Jimmy Barron with the rebound. Beliauskas hasn't played that much, really. He's only scored in a handful of games, and another three-pointer. This one for Barron. And the lead is cut to 7. Hold on, folks. Hold your horses. Don't go anywhere. The missed free throws from Kramer. And now the travel. And all of a sudden, the possibilities are there for Neptunas. You can just see it. Especially with Barron finding space and launching the shots. I tell you, Beliauskas has not played in 7 of his team's games. So what he has done in the games that he's played is he's hit three-pointers. See if he can get another one. Good Jonas. Double teamed. Have to get it to Barron. Shot clock winding down. And Kramer, look at him, diving for the ball and forces the over and back. Mr. Intensity forces another turnover. Barron saying that Kramer hit the ball. Why is it an over and back? Watch this. See if Barron touched it again before it goes over. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was off Barron. Kramer with the incredible Hulk celebration there. Look at him trying to catch his breath in the right corner. I don't think Drinic wants him to come out. He's got the ball now. He's got to watch it. And Massenot launches a three. Paulding keeps it alive, but Jure Grant gets the rebound. And now the intensity on the faces of the fans. Gurjonis goes in and gets swatted by Quali, but Grant was there for the putback. And Drinic calls timeout with Neptunas Klaipeda pulling to within 5 points. What a contest. Great defensive play, but Grant was there to clean up the mess. Neptunas outscoring EWE Baskets 11-2 in the fourth quarter. Look at that coming from the bench. 28 points for Neptunas. 18 for EWE Baskets. That's the man right there. That's the difference maker. Barron, I mean, that was, you know, several feet behind the top of the key. 2 feet behind the arc, and that's his range. And now the full court pressure from Beliauskas as well as Gurjonis forces the turnover. Chance of Lietuva coming into it as well, Lithuania. Gurjonis, the jumper, and rims out, and Quali goes up for a quality rebound. Massenot. Young Beliauskas guarding him. Just 19 years of age. Here's Paulding for three. And the man that was telling his guys, come on, let's get it. We got 5 minutes, let's do it. Goes out and gets it done. He's got 16 points, and he's got 3 3-pointers. That was a massive shot. Another three, good. Beliauskas. Boy, he has got the stroke. Quick pass inside to Quali, and he was fouled by Gurjonis. Beliauskas played for Lithuania's under-20 European Championship team this summer. Recently, in fact, in Turkey, only last month. And helped get them to the final. They were beaten by France. Quali takes the lead now up to 63-56. Baskets, another three. We didn't hesitate. Majeka goes up for the rebound, fouled by Dzeu. It's only the second team foul here in the quarter. So that is perhaps an advantage for EWE Baskets. You can exploit, use up their fouls. Now the pass into Klimavicius. Good defense from Massenot. Majeka loses the ball. It was Kramer. They reached in, but then Klimavicius gets it right back, and now Gurgionis hits the jump shot. Boy, that was huge. That was a potential fast break. And now the push. As you look at the replay, sorry, the camera went off of the play. And the offensive foul called on Massenot. Watch this. He comes in, pushes off, and the referee spotted it and called the charge. So a huge trip down the floor potentially here for the home team. They have cut the EWE Baskets lead to 63-58. Look at that. He's into it, isn't he? And now Paulding being told you got to give him a little bit of space. And Barron uncorks another one. 63-61. The Jimmy Barron Show once again on here in Klaipeda. 14 points. He has come to life in the fourth quarter. Dzeu gets swatted from Grant. Now Barron has it. If he knocks in a three here, his team will take the lead, but he loses the ball. Now up ahead to Kramer, and Kramer very alertly is able to throw the ball off of Barron before it crashes into the fans. He was led just a little too much from Quali. I'll tell you what, there's just so much drama in the Basketball Champions League week in and week out. So many close games, comebacks, and we've got another one right here. Paulding steps back, dribbles, 10 on the shot clock. Looks to make the pass, gets it to Dzeu, drives in, takes a very difficult shot, and scores with the left hand, the reverse layup. A little bit of hang time there. Gurgionis drives down. They find wide open in the right. And it's Kachinas this time. And he cuts the deficit to a single point. Boy, the three-pointers are falling now for the home team. Massenot misses. Grant goes up for the rebound, but a foul is committed. The push. Klaipeda now 10 of 27 from three-point range. Barron 3 of 5. Beliauskas 2 of 3. Amari Johnson 2 of 4. Gurgionis 2 of 6. And Majeka has the 1 of 4. They've got weapons all over the place. But right now it's EWE Baskets who have the ball. Quali into the paint. Short jump hook. Misses. The ball goes out. Paulding gets inside. Gets the rebound. Puts it up and in. Oh, the offensive rebounds. What a killer for Neptunas. To give that away, you got to tip your hat to Paulding, though. He has been an absolute stud in the second half. The dribble and the kick. Kramer arguing that should be his team's ball. Saying the ball didn't hit him, it hit off the ground. off the court, I think. Dimavicius comes in. Drew and Grant go out. 1:59 to go. 14 on the shot clock as they reset it. Now Jonas gets inside, gets it over to Johnson, Amari Johnson. Now Jonas, one on the shot clock. He's not going to get it off. Yes, he does. Just in the nick of time, but he misses. And Quali with another quality rebound. Who do you go to? Well, you got to go to Paulding. And Deseu sensing a little bit of a mismatch there with Johnson. Gets him on his backside and draws the foul. Now the free throws become critical. Look at this. So Amari Johnson picks up the foul, his second. And Deseu makes the free throw. So every foul now committed by Neptunas will send EWE Baskets to the line. And EWE Baskets tonight, 7 of 10, now 7-11, but another offensive rebound. And the ball goes out of bounds over to EWE Baskets. Good hustle there from Quali. He was able to get in, and Klimavicius not able to save it in bounds. 10 offensive rebounds for the visitors, 11 for the home team. Now Kramer changes directions. Deseu fakes the jumper. Now he's going to put it up from the line, and Deseu has saved his best for the fourth quarter. It's a 6-point lead. You got to find Barron, folks. Where is he? Well, they get it to Majeka inside, and he uses the glass, but it looks like he may have turned his ankle. I don't know if he's aggravated an injury. He's definitely hurt his foot. And that could be it for him for the game. Oh, he landed on his teammate Grant's ankle, and he's kind of rolled it. And Majeka, I don't know if he's going to try to walk it off. You got to get ice on it. You got to get it elevated. And you wonder if he's going to come back. So Kramer brings it up the floor, guarded by young Beliauskas, the 19-year-old. The thriller has unfolded again here in Klaipeda. These two teams played to a 1-point game early in the year. Game day 4, it was won by Neptunas. Now Paulding gets in the lane, puts it up. Grant soars in for the rebound. 40 seconds remaining. It's a 4-point deficit for Neptunas. Jonas gets in and is tripped up by Quali. That's only the 4th foul, so no free throws. This game has really come to life in the 4th quarter. Neptunas qualified for the playoffs if they get the win. And Barron gets open for a 3! Pulls the team to within a single point. Goodness gracious, Jimmy Barron, 17 points, 4 of 6 from the arc. You got to find him every time down. Kramer, 10 on the shot clock. Massenot inside to Deseu. Deseu takes the bump, puts it up, and a foul was called. Two shots coming the way for Oldenburg, for EWE Baskets Oldenburg. And Kachinas was guilty of the foul, so he will have to leave the game. That is number 5. Johnson re-enters the contest. And Dezeu, who has been very good here in the fourth quarter, goes to the line. You see, shooting 85% on the season. He's made 1 of 2 tonight. And I don't need to tell you what this is worth with 11.4 seconds. He makes both. He gives his team a 3-point lead, and they could potentially foul and prevent Neptunas from attempting a 3. And you would think that's what they would do. From the line tonight, 7 of 11 are EWE Baskets. 63.64%. 11 of 18 from the line for Neptunas. I'm not sure why they're looking at a replay. Here it is again, so Dezeu. So the foul was called. I'm not sure, I don't understand why, folks, we're looking at the replay. He's got free throws coming regardless. Yeah, you could see right there, Drinic saying he makes both. Well, I don't know. He may have said if we make one, if we make two, or we miss both, we foul regardless. So the referees want to clarify something here with the coaches. I think they're putting time on the clock. Look at Beliauskas. Boy, he became a central figure tonight, didn't he, over there on the left? Came out big. He didn't play that much at the under-18 European Championships. He's hit a couple of big threes tonight. So Dezeu at the line, that's what it was. It was to put time on the clock. And he was not iced in the process, it appears, with that delay. So I would anticipate a foul regardless by EWE Baskets. Regardless of what happens, he misses. I don't think they're going to give away a 3. Gurjonis. Well, maybe they are. And Gurjonis gets in. He turns it over incredibly. They were trying to get the ball to Grant. So the coach, Drinic, must have said if he makes both free throws, then commit the foul. But certainly you could have argued they should have fouled as well, and then they could have had a chance to decide it at the end. As it is, Massenot played excellent defense. Gurjonis lost his footing. His pass to Grant was a little bit out of reach, and it went out of bounds, and now EWE Baskets have it back. And they are on the cusp of a gigantic, ginormous, humongous, grandiose victory here in Klaipeda. A most incredible game. Well, I don't use that word lightly, folks, because, I mean, really, it has been incredible when you see the way EWE Baskets have played as well as they've played, and yet Neptunas Klaipeda have been able to come back here in the fourth quarter, led by who else? Jimmy Barron, who has the 17 points. He's 4 of 6 from the arc. And EWE Baskets will be glad to get out of here with a 1-point win if that's all it is. They just want to win. They want to get out of here. But in fact, if they win by more than one, they would own the head-to-head in a potential tiebreaker with Neptunas. And right now it's a 2-point lead. So what has Adamaitis drawn up here? defensively. What has he instructed his guys? Get a foul as quickly as possible. Has he gone over to the referee to say, we're going to foul, but we'll be going for the ball? And Barron does commit the foul with 0.8 seconds remaining. So close, but yet so far. And Klaipeda's fans, they've seen so many great games this year in the Basketball Champions League, but their team now in danger of losing for the second consecutive game day. And Dezeu has had his struggles at the line tonight for an 85% shooter. Certainly, he's missed a couple, but overall, he's played very well here in the fourth quarter. And he makes both and makes it a two-possession game. Now, the reason why you call a timeout here is because you want to try to get a three-pointer. So it leaves it with just a one-point win. So both teams would have a one-point win, and that would take away the head-to-head advantage. And of course, the unthinkable really, although with Jimmy Barron on the court, you have to admit it's always possible. Maybe he could catch it, shoot it, make it, and get fouled. I mean, that's not out of the realm of impossibility. Stranger things have happened in the sport of basketball, although that would still be crazy. So they don't want to give up a three-pointer, but at the same time, they don't want to commit the foul. And so every second, every split second, every tenth of every second matters in a basketball game. And Jimmy Barron's walking over frustrated. Man, that is a serious basketball family, isn't it? His brother plays. Now, and the pass from Gudjonas to Barron. Well, they got him in a position where he needed to be. He had the defender close to him where he could try to draw the foul, and the ball goes out of bounds. So Kramer gets it to Quali, and that's it. So EWE Baskets have won it 73-69. And just a tremendous game between these two teams. They played a couple of classics. That's all you can say. You got to congratulate both of them. You got to tip your hat to Neptunas for not giving in at all. I mean, not that you would expect them to, but they really came out firing in the fourth quarter and almost pulled off a great comeback. They out-rebounded EWE Baskets. They out-assisted them. But look at EWE Baskets getting those 15 steals, and the 23 turnovers for Neptunas Klaipeda were ruinous, as were the missed free throws, the 7 missed free throws they had. They were 11 of 18 at the line. And overall, Paulding really showed what he's made of, the veteran coming out and leading his team in scoring. And Kramer with the 8 assists and the 5 rebounds and the 10 points and the 3 steals. It was Paulding who actually had the higher efficiency rating of 22. And Quali played well too. He had 5 steals, in fact, to go with his 6 points and 5 rebounds overall. Barron, well, he didn't really do much for 3 quarters, and then he really got hot in the fourth. And all this means now is that this team right here, they're away from home. They're going to go back to the team hotel, I guess, unless they're going to catch an overnight train back to Germany, or possibly a flight. And they're going to be all smiles because they have won a hugely important game in their Basketball Champions League campaign. They have improved to 7-4. With that win, they've pulled to within a game of Neptunas, and just moved a step closer to the playoffs. Now Asvel, if they can get a win tonight, they will move into first place ahead of Neptunas. The teams that finish first advance directly to the second round of the playoffs, whereas you can be one of the best second-place teams as well and get that bye through the first round of the playoffs. So what is it that we're looking at here? Well, the rest of the way for Neptunas coming up, they've got 3 games remaining, and they are going to play at PAOK in Thessaloniki, Greece next week. Then they'll be at home to Ventspils. You know that's going to be a hot one, the Baltic Derby. And then they have to go to Poland and play at Rosa Radom on game day 14. EWE Baskets, in terms of how they're going to finish the season, well, they will be at home to Morabe Ushak Sportif. They will then have to travel to Greece and play PAOK, and then they will wrap things up at home against Varese. So just the excitement, folks. Just go ahead and pencil it in on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. You either want to be at the game, if you can, and if you're not, then you want to be behind the TV set. And if you're not, then you want to be watching livebasketball.tv and watching all the action, because you have the chance, you have the power to watch all of the games in the Basketball Champions League. And week in and week out, we can guarantee you one thing: you are going to see great games, because, folks, the great games have been coming week in and week out. It has been an absolute thrilling week this week already, and there's still games to play tonight, so you want to make sure you tune in and watch some of them. So, one final time tonight from Klaipeda, Lithuania. It's EWE Baskets winning it 73-69 over Neptunas, and with that win, they improved to 7-4. Neptunas Klaipeda, they dropped to 8-3. It was Ricky Paulding who came to life in the second half, who really showed what a leader he is with the 18 points, the 22 efficiency rating. He had the 6 assists as well. He had the 3 rebounds. And also Chris Kramer came out and was just outstanding from start to finish with the 10 points. He had the 3 steals to go with those, the 8 assists, the 5 rebounds, the floor burns, diving for the loose balls, the Boilermaker. It's all happening, folks, in the Basketball Champions League. Thanks for watching.